was one of the things that's been proposed by the advocates of the Regional Prosperity Initiative is this idea of what's called tax-based sharing, but simply it's about sharing a portion of the new taxes from a company like the one this hypothetical one we're talking about, right? So if that were in place, what effect would that have on the conversations that municipalities have with you and the competition that municipalities have with each other about where these 100 new jobs are going to go?
Yeah, clearly it would, if you're looking at attracting somebody from outside the region, from outside of Ohio here, it clearly would make it more of a team game, because everybody's going to benefit. And the companies sense that. The companies like to see the teamwork, or conversely, they hate to see the infighting. It tends to drive them away. It makes it look a community like
disorganized.
And it's a contentious place to be. So if everybody would share in some of the throw off of the taxes from this, I think it would improve that behavior. The other part of this, and that we hadn't talked about yet, is that TeamNEO's job is to get people here from outside of Ohio. The great majority of the location activity are people that are already doing business within the region and are growing. Maybe they've outgrown where they are, or they want to have a new something or another, and they're already here, and they're making an additional location decision or a change. Well, now what you have is an activity that restricts businesses in moving, because of all this, it makes it harder to move. Whereas a region, we want to grow the companies we have here. Don't we want it to be as easy as possible for companies to change to another location if that's what's needed in order for them to grow?
Sure,
Now,
sounds logical.
Now our system just makes that harder. I mean, we have companies who sort of surreptitiously go out and scout out locations because they don't want their home city to know that they have to go someplace else. And so it just leads to all this fighting and behavior, and it makes it harder for
secretive competition.
Yeah, and it makes it hard for companies to grow. It is a revenue sharing activity such that if a company went from one place to another place for legitimate business reasons, would make our whole community more business friendly. These 100% winner-take-all structures that we have make us more balkanized, even from a business standpoint, because it means going over the boundary raises all kinds of problems. You have all kinds of political problems. The mayor and the city council and where you are now is all after you, and so it just makes the area less business friendly. Because what it says is, we're not organizing ourselves for the benefit of doing business. We're organizing ourselves for the benefit of running our political jurisdictions. And that the more we can dampen that, the more business friendly we're going to be overall.
You said before that that this is all connected as well to how we make decisions about developing land or redeveloping land.
Right.
And that because that's done in a similar winner-take-all fashion, there are losers.
Right. And there are, for example, my sense is that most people would believe that the reuse of the previously developed land in the community, and you don't have to be talking about just the core the urban settings. We've got very visible suburbs with giant shopping malls that are empty. Are we forever doomed to have these relics that are just there taking up space? I mean, I think most people understand the idea that we've got to figure out